Hi, Jake. Just wanted to ask about the power play, which went 0 for 7 yesterday. I know you're part of that unit. I wonder if you could sort of suggest what you think might have been the biggest problem.
I think just getting into the zone. I think we were a couple times there. We were just a little unorganized coming up the ice, and then getting set up was a struggle, I guess, a little bit for us. So just finding a way to break into the zone and kind of get things set up where we're comfortable, and I think we'll be in better shape.
Again, if you have any questions for Brendan or Jacob, just use the raise hand function. Next question from Stephen Wino with the AP. Go ahead, Stephen.
Hey guys, my question's for you, Brendan. You've been in 7 game series, obviously, before. How does your mentality change being down 1-0 in a 5 game series versus similar situations you faced in the past?
Well, obviously, it's a different situation. Game 7 kind of you can have a little bit more time, but I mean, it's that home ice advantage is not as important. So this next game is it's a big game for us, and a lot of times I've always said that Game 2 is the biggest game. You go up either 2-0 or 1-1, so you kind of play it the same way. And I think we just go into this game making sure that we're going to come out with 2 points and play our style. And if we play like that, I think that's when we're at our best, and we'll be successful that way.
Next question from Jess Isner with NewYorkRangers.com. Go ahead, Jess.
Hey guys, whichever one of you who wants to can take this, but obviously short-term memory is important in any scenario, but when you look ahead to tomorrow, and especially given the youth on the roster, how important will it be for you guys to kind of set that tone of letting kind of game 1 be in the rearview mirror and having a completely new slate tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the difference in the playoffs is you're not playing. I guess you're playing a series. You're not playing a game. So as much as it stings to, I guess, lose game 1, you win game 2 and you're back on level ground. So I think we have a pretty good understanding of that going into tomorrow, and I mean that's where we want to be after tomorrow's game.
Next one from Mark Rosenman. Go ahead, Mark.
Seems like the last 10 minutes of the third period, you guys played your best hockey, whether it either be in the exhibition game against the Islanders and against the Hurricanes. Is that a function of maybe getting your legs and not that's constant parade to the penalty box, staying out of the box and playing 5-on-5? How important will that be for tomorrow?
I think it's really important. I mean, I think when we play our best, it's 5-on-5 hockey. We're moving the puck and we're playing our style. And I think when we do that and we buy into our system, we're a tough team to beat. And that's what we want to do for sure. And I think you kind of saw that at spurts. Obviously, power play and penalty kill, those special teams, they put a wrench into your style, or because you're either killing or the PP unit's going for it. But for us, when we're playing our best and kind of buying into our system, 5-on-5, I feel like we're fast and we move pucks and we make plays, and that's when we're at our best. So that's what we're going to do when we come in, and right off the bat, try to move the pace in our direction.
Next up's Larry Brooks from the New York Post. Go ahead, Larry.
Yeah, both you guys. How do you feel physically? How did you feel coming out of the game? First, real competition in 4.5 months. So can you just tell me how you feel?
I'd say pretty much as you expect coming out of game 1 of the start of the playoffs. Obviously, it's unique circumstances here with how everybody feels, and obviously we're in a different spot coming into it. Yeah, I'd say it feels pretty similar as any other playoff series or start of the playoffs. I mean, obviously, it's a competitive, physical, hard game out there, and I mean, it's going to reflect, and you got to be able to play with that. Yeah,
I totally agree. I feel like coming into this, I still had the same kind of jitters I normally do for playoffs, and getting ready to go at it. And obviously, it's going to be a little bit more physical, and it amps up. But for sure, I think it was very similar to a playoff style. Obviously, with the circumstances, no fans and everything, that obviously that can motivate you as a home ice advantage. But for the most part, I felt pretty similar, and with everything combined, it was pretty cool and pretty fun and different circumstances. But at the same time, I felt like we were ready. There's just some areas that I think we have to capitalize and move forward and get ready for tomorrow.
Next one from Colin Stevenson. Go ahead, Colin.
Yeah, guys, for both of you, one of the things that Mika said after the game last night was that he felt like you guys were out-competed, which I don't know if that had something to do with watching Quickie sort of leave the game that early, if you guys were maybe a little shocked, or if there was, if there's some other reason that you could maybe put your finger on, like, what happened.
I mean, it's definitely tough to lose a top 6 guy there that early in the game. But I thought we did a pretty good job actually rebounding from that and kind of amping up our game for a bit. I think the place that was kind of most relevant for me was the power play and how we couldn't get in. And that was a lot of that, I think, was being outworked. And I mean, it's obviously not a good recipe to win games. But that's obviously something that's not a simple fix, but something that's very much in your own control to fix. And if we do that, I think we'll have a much better outcome.
Yeah, I think an area that we want to be a little bit better on is our 50-50 battles. And sometimes I think maybe Mika's blown a little bit out of proportion how he felt at the moment after a loss and get out-competed or whatever. I'm not sure if it was like that, but it was more the fact that there was more 50-50 battles that I thought we could have won that we didn't. And they are big parts of the game. That's where you have possession and, like Troop said, with the power play and whatnot. So I feel like we're pretty strong on the puck as our whole team, and we kind of expect a lot of guys to come out of the corner of those pucks, and I don't think we did as much as we normally do.